Even if you played it as a numbers game and you followed these four steps, the intro, the discovery, the trial close, and the, you guessed it, the freaking close. Guys, my close is so easy, it's sickening. It's almost unbelievable. It's one sentence. It's one sentence, but we paint a picture so clearly, right? Now I will try to like downplay it and say it's so easy, but I think I got it down to a freaking science to where it's so like complete that it seems easy, but I'm going to show you guys some of the nuances you guys might overlook, okay? Because ultimately, I want this to kind of be a training. I want it to help people. I want it to help new agents, but I also want to make it to where, you guys are able to do this as well. I mean, this month I had 53 deals. All right, so just put that into perspective. The month that I pulled this call from, I have 53 deals, okay? And they all sound the same. All right, here's the timeline. I kind of time blocked it. Now, I did also take out all of the underwriting medical questions and stuff like that. That's pretty universal across all final expense sales, heart attack, cancer, stroke, stuff like that, surgery. So I took all that out. I redacted as much information as I possibly could to make sure that this client was not exposed in any kind of way. So yeah, without further ado, sit back, take notes, and I will be interjecting here and there.
No.
Hey,
Yes.
it's Anthony. Just getting back to you with the final expense plans. How are you doing today?
Not too bad.
Okay, good to hear. Well, I'd be happy to go over some options with you and see what you qualify for. I have you in Iowa.
Yep.
Okay, and again, my name is Anthony. My last name is Patton, and I am a licensed agent in the state of Iowa. Do you have a pen and paper handy by chance?
Hang on just a second. Well, I did have a pen.
Never there when you need them, right?
No, they're not. My grandkids are here, and they love my pens.
Oh, that's awesome.
Brian, do you want to get me a pen?
Okay, guys, look, I do just want to note the tonality and the cadence. Normally, when I jump on to in the introduction, right? I'm like high energy. I'm like, hey, da 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 da. But if I hear my client, it sounds like they just woke up from a nap or something, or they're just very low vibrational. I'm gonna mirror that, and that's why it kind of sounds like I'm whispering. I'm being very soft with my voice. I can tell this is a very soft-hearted individual. And the more that you guys talk to clients, the more you'll realize like they're very far and few in between when it comes to like different nuances of characteristics, like different vocal traits and stuff like that. But you can just tell this is just a nice, kind lady. And also, I'm writing all this stuff down. If you guys are pros, you would know everything you say can and will be held against you in the court of telesales, baby. So we already know what now. She has grandkids. She also said someone's name. Did you guys catch that? She said her grandkid's name, Ryan. So I'd be writing that down.
Paper handy by chance?
Hang on just a second. Well, I did have a pen.
Never there when you need them, right?
No, they're not. My grandkids are here, and they love my pens.
Oh, that's awesome.
Brian, do you want to get me a pen?
Ryan, do you want to get me a pen?
Oh, I got one.
Okay. Just want to make sure you have it here. But my first name again is Anthony. Anthony.
Another thing, really quick, guys. I'm not going to do this too much, I promise you. But I spell it out. This is important. You don't want to say everything so fast because it could frustrate them, right? We're on their side and we're thinking about them. We know who they are, and their hands might be hurting from arthritis. Like, think of your grandparents, right? Like, my grandparents, they don't write that fast. They don't get the pens that fast. So I spell it out, and I literally imagine each letter, them writing it. Anth, right? So just little things like that. I promise you.
Okay.
And this number will go right to my cell. It's 512.
Okay.
And then if you wanted, I mean, my last name is Patton, Patton.
Okay.
And then the coverage that we'll be going over today, it's really just designed for people between the ages of 50 and 89 who want to make sure that any final expenses are completely paid for. If you have any questions along the way, just feel free to hop right in, okay?
Okay.
Now, with that being said, most of our customers are receiving Social Security benefits, retirement, or on a fixed income. So what we do is we contract with all of the A-rated carriers in America, like Mutual of Omaha, Liberty, AIG. You probably heard of some of them, right?
Right.
Perfect. And these will be whole life insurance policies.
So we got the facts and features, who we are, the kind of people that we help, and we're mentally categorizing her. Like, not in a bad way, but she is putting herself in a category of people that we like to help. And then notice how we brand dropped. I didn't say this is Anthony with Patton Financial Group. This is Anthony with Digital BGA. This is Anthony with FFL. This is Anthony with Symmetry. I didn't say that, right? I just said this is Anthony getting back to you with the final expense plans. And the next time I talk about a company, it's Mutual of Omaha, Liberty Bankers, AIG. So you want to play on those big brand names, bring some familiarity. Now we're gonna facts and features drop what the whole life policy is.
That means they expire. They last your whole life.
Okay.
They build cash value as well. There's no medical exams required or blood test with these. So very
Okay.
simple, straightforward, traditional whole life insurance policies. Does all that make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. And then is this policy just for you, or did you need quotes for someone else in the home?
Just for me.
Just you? Okay. And then who's going to be picking up the pieces or tying any loose ends after you pass?
My husband.
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, we can definitely take a look at a couple of different options for you. Now, have you decided whether you want a casket funeral or a cremation funeral?
Cremation.
Cremation, okay.
We figured
Definitely,
that'd be cheaper and a lot easier.
you hit the nail right on the head. So, yeah, that's definitely the more inexpensive between the two. Caskets in Iowa range from 8 to 10,000. Cremations
Oh,
3 to 5,000. So,
okay.
so yeah, and then if we do find a plan that matches your needs and most importantly your budget, when were you looking to get this started?
Uh, Hopefully as soon as possible.
Okay, so just under 3 minutes, guys. We got their beneficiary. We've already asked for a referral, right? Not directly, but hey, did you need quotes just for you today or you and someone else? No, just me today, right? But we do ask for that referral. The beneficiary is her husband. That's who's picking up the pieces and tying any loose ends. And guys, again, I'm coming from a place of scarcity on this call, a place of desperation, but I just want to show you guys it's still possible to make sales in a fucked up mindset. You can do it. Um, when I heard the word cheap, that's all I needed to hear, right? I'm going to pitch this lady on the most inexpensive plan. It sounds like she's already been shopping for rates, and I even got her to commit to an ASAP enforced policy, right? So she wants to get this started as soon as possible.
Now, is there a
Okay.
waiting list on when it can be used?
No, all of these plans that we're going to go over today, they're all going to be day one benefits. So, knock on wood, if anything happened to you the day after you make your first payment, which wouldn't be today anyways, but if anything did happen to you, they would get that death benefit immediately.
Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all heard that, knock on wood, right? I use stuff like that. I like to make sounds like I'm a human being and not a robot.
no waiting periods. So the way it works, and that's a great question by the way, is it's based on your health and your lifestyle, the rate. So I'm going to ask you a couple of quick questions here, and then I'll be able to get some options for you. And I
Okay.
have your date of birth is September 9th of 58.
September 11th of
Oh, okay.
58.
Got it. Let me just fix that here. And then what is your height and weight if you had to guess?
It's 4'11", and I weigh about 105 pounds.
Do you smoke any cigarettes at all?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any COPD?
Yes, I do.
What do you are you taking 2 or more medications for that?
Well, I'm on an albuterol.
The carriers, the company coming back with the best approval odds is going to be a company called SBLI. They've been around since 1907, so they've been around for a while. They are an A-rated carrier with the BBB as well, okay? Um,
Okay.
For the $3,000, because that's all you'd really need for the cremation. You can get more, but again, my goal is just to find something that matches your budget.
Right.
Um, that would be paid out immediately. And the way they work is if it does make sense for you and you like it, they'll mail everything to the house, and then you can get it in writing before you ever spend a dollar. Okay.
Okay.
And you do have to get approved for them first, but it would only be $24.07. Does that sound like it could fit your budget?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's a good address to send it to if you do get approved?
Okay.
What's a good address to send the policy to if you do get approved?
400.
Boom. We're in the application. Ladies and gentlemen, that is probably one of my quickest closes to this date. Under 10 minutes. I chopped out the health questions, but as you can see, I mean, this is only like 5 minutes. So just add an additional 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm right under 10 minutes for the entire close, right? So again, not bragging, it's not the best way to do it, but if you're the kind of agent that has paid their dues on the phones, who writes a volume, writes a ton of policies, right? If that's you, this is your go-to. This is my go-to script, 4 steps to one call close. And just some notes. Actually, let me go ahead and minimize this again, right? Most of the rapport was built on the application side, right? There wasn't a need to front load rapport because the client has been in the market for insurance. You could tell because when we're talking about casket cremation prices, she kind of gawks at the 8 to 10,000 for casket. She understood the 3 to 5,000 quote. Also, not justifying the no max offer here, but again, this was coming from a place of like, geez, I need to get a freaking win. Okay, I need to get on the board, baby. I'm gonna do that the best way I know how. And if that means that I'm leading with price, then I'm leading with price. But I wasn't in any complaints. I was just glad I could get her that day one coverage, which brings me to my next point. Not to draw out too crazy on this topic, but I do notice a lot of agents who get lost in the weeds, especially when clients start asking questions, which is completely normal. I mean, they're curious about how these products and plans work. And as the expert, we feel the need to over explain the way that they work when it should be the opposite, right? Because confidence is simplicity. Okay, ignorance is masked simplicity with complexity. I always say that, right? So the more simple you can make it, the more you convey the message that you understand, you know what the hell you're talking about. So if she says, is there a waiting list or waiting period? I'm like, well, no. And there's not, right? Because we still got to get her approved for them. And it's very rare, especially with these new carriers, new products, and all this badass shit that's coming out. It's very rare that I write anybody a GI unless they're like currently ill, like, or have some crazy illness, right? And even then, I can still get them probably approved, graded, or some type of day one coverage. So I always assume the best, guys. If they're like, oh, is there a waiting list? I never do. Oh, yeah, there could be a waiting list. Yeah, that's a possibility because now they're thinking. Like, you don't want them to think in that direction. Like, well, yeah, I've been told that I could probably get approved before, and then they just waste their time, right? And that does happen a lot. Not saying any company names out there, but some companies, they just, that's the only product they have is a 2 year waiting period. So if you're an independent agent, you're able to represent a multitude of companies out there. You have the ability to underwrite a client in a much better scenario, a much better situation, 9 times out of 10. So I never get lost in the weeds. I always give them the answer that they want to hear, and ultimately the client's right. And if you do have to cross that bridge at some point, cross it during the approval or when they answer yes to a question that will prevent them from getting immediate coverage, and then still explain it to them in the best way you know possible, right? Hey, looks like we couldn't get you approved for the immediate benefit, but I do have really good news for you. We still got you that approval. Here's what it looks like. Oh, and by the way, if you do pass away in an accident, it will be immediate coverage, right? That's what most, pretty much 100% of the companies have, immediate day one coverage for accidental death. But anyways, we're getting ready we're creeping up on the holidays, guys. I don't want to hold you for too long here. Let me know if you guys like this. Maybe I'll turn it into a series. Again, I have over 50 policies, in just 1 month that I could literally just do every single call. Every single call is pretty much a one call close. There might be 3 in there that's not. But maybe I'll make this a series and drop one of these once a week. Guys, you guys are all, if you're an entrepreneur, you're looking to get into the business, you're a life insurance agent, you're trying to make it work, you're buying leads every week. Hey, it's tough. I appreciate you. The world is a better place with you. Being an entrepreneur, and you are exactly what this country needs right now. So please do not give up. Let me know if you have any questions. Do not hesitate to reach out. We all love you. The whole community loves you. We love you for what you do, and we know you're trying to make this work, and it's tough and it can be hard, but you have a community that cares for you. The morning huddle is always here for you as well. Feel free to reach out if you want more info on that. But most importantly, guys, in the holidays, because you are such a badass and you never gave up on your dreams, that means that you have a special gift in your heart, and your family deserves to know that person. Your family deserves your presence. Your presence is a gift in this world. So, in all intensive purposes, please be intentional with your time. Do not time travel during the holidays. You show up, you be where your feet are when your family is around you. No one's going to be here forever, and you never know when their last day is. So, I love you guys. Take care. Be intentional with your family these holidays. Don't time travel. Bless them with that gift of your presence. All right. Take care.